This program was previously recorded. Hello, and welcome to this week's CHS Weekly Report. I'm your host, Assistant Principal Alan Cochran. Today, my guests are members of the Chesterton High School girls bowling team. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
All right, so let's just get started. So first, can each of you introduce yourself and tell us what grade you're in?
My name's Ava Buenaventura. I'm in 9th grade.
I'm Skylar Trail, and I'm in 10th grade.
I'm Paige Ingalls, and I'm in 9th grade.
I'm Ellie Johnson, and I'm in 9th grade.
I'm Janine Ingalls, and I'm a senior.
Oh, fantastic. So aside from bowling, are there any other clubs or activities that you participate in at CHS?
I'm Skylar, and I am also on the junior varsity team for softball.
Oh, very cool.
I'm Paige Ingalls, and I was on the freshman volleyball team.
I'm Janine Ingalls, and I'm also on the track team as a thrower.
Great. So, we're here to talk about bowling. So why did you join the bowling team?
Well, I've been bowling for a couple years, and this year I heard something about the bowling club on the announcements, and I wanted to try it out. So I went to the call-out meeting, and I really liked it.
Janine wanted to join the bowling team, but she didn't want to do it alone. So I'm best friends with her sister, so we did it with her.
It's just one of those things where, you did it because friends are doing it or family's doing it. It just seemed like it was fun. And, who doesn't have a good time bowling, right? So most of you are freshmen, I guess, right? We had 3 freshmen here. So obviously this is your first year in the bowling team. For our returners, or senior or sophomore, how long have you been on the bowling team?
This year was everyone's first time on the bowling team.
Okay. So for our non-seniors or underclassmen here, how many of you plan on bowling again next year?
I do.
I plan on bowling next year, too.
Yeah, me too.
I think we all do.
Oh, so it was a lot of fun then. You had a good time. Great. So is it like a tryout to join the team, or is it more of just, hey, I want to be a part of the team and you get a spot?
Well, this year we only had 5 girls, so we kind of just automatically got on because a team is 5, so. But I think if there was more, we'd kind of have to try out for like varsity or JV, so okay. Yeah.
So all 5 of you got to bowl every match all year long, and you got to really see your scores improve, right?
Yeah.
So can you tell me how it works in bowling? So do you bowl 1 game, 2 game, 3? Like how does it work to like a competition?
So each match, there are 2 games. So like once a week, the girls will bowl, and then a different day the boys will bowl. So yeah.
Okay, so when you compete against another school, is it just based upon high scores, or how do you win or lose a match?
There's points, so there's 5 girls, and each girl is going against a different girl on the other team. So whoever gets the higher score gets the point, and then whoever gets the most points at the end gets that match.
Oh, thank you. So are there, when you guys compete, do you compete against, or is it like all the DAC schools have teams, or is it kind of hit or miss with which schools have teams or not?
It's kind of hit or miss because some teams don't have enough girls, so they have a co-ed, so they're with the boys bowling. So not everyone has a girl team, but I think there's about 7 this year that had girls, or 6 maybe. It's
interesting. You mentioned the co-ed teams from some schools. So do we put together a co-ed team to bowl against them, or do we just bowl with them against our boys team or against our girls team?
It's boys. So if you're a co-ed, then you bowl with the boys because there's more boys usually on the co-ed teams. So yeah.
So at practice, do you guys ever get competitive with the boys?
Not really. We kind of just stick to ourselves at practice.
You'd beat them, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Makes sense. I wouldn't want to make them feel bad. So how often do you guys practice, and where do you guys practice? Chesterton doesn't have a bowling alley, so.
We practice at Inman's.
We practice Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tuesdays, Thursdays, Inman's. Now, are you responsible for getting your own ride to Inman's, or do you have like a team SPB or plus that team? So when you compete against another school, are home matches then at Inman's, I assume? Okay. Are there any other bowling alleys in the area that you guys travel to?
There's 6 we traveled to this season. There's 2 Hobart ones we went to. There was a Maryville one, Michigan City, LaPorte, and
Lake Station.
Lake Station, yeah.
Now, I know like in some sports you get a place that you play at, and it's like your favorite place to go and play and practice. So yeah, of all the places, where was your favorite place to bowl this year?
I like bowling at Inman's just because I'm used to it, but
I think Michigan City lanes are pretty good too.
I think at Michigan City we had a lot of luck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I liked bowling at Inman's.
Is it luck or skill? I mean, come on. So are you guys in like a conference then when it comes to bowling?
There is like a DAC conference. We do have sectionals and regionals, just like every other sport.
So when is your official season then? Like, do you guys start like is it fall, winter, spring sport?
It's like a fall/winter. We finished our season in like January, I think,
okay.
or February.
Yeah, I think it's considered a winter sport.
And how did the season go overall?
It went pretty good. I mean, for our first year, I think we did pretty good as a team.
So you're going to recruit. Obviously, you're going to lose a team member this year. You're going to be recruiting to find a replacement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone in mind?
I have like 3 girls that said they want to try it, so we'll see how that goes. We're excited.
Right. The more, the merrier. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. So what was your favorite part of the year? What was the highlight you would say?
I think the highlight is like making each other's cheers. Like we all have a different cheer for each other.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's really fun to cheer, like celebrate when you do good.
So when would you perform one of these cheers?
After like a strike or a spare, or a turkey, we would do things like that.
But you never talk like during someone's backswing, right? Is there bowling etiquette that you follow when you're at the lanes?
Yeah. So usually, like if there's another person on the lane next to you, you can let them go first, or however you want to do it.
So when you're at practice, I've bowled before, but like, are there certain like things you work on at practice, like specifically? Like, is someone down at the end of the lane like setting the pins up so you practice certain shots?
So usually we'll have like one game of like spare shots, and we'll just try and hit certain pins and stuff like that. And then there will be like another game we'll just have fun or warm up, and then like we do this game called Captain. So whoever gets the most points, they win Captain for the week until next time we play.
Okay. So there's really just kind of it's practice of aiming and trying to hit your target.
Yes.
Do you feel that helped you improve throughout this year?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So did you all raise your average then
Yeah.
as the season went on? Fantastic. So for our lone senior here, after high school, do you plan on like continuing to bowl, joining any leagues? Continue
I'm
to compete?
hoping to bowl in college, but I don't know yet. Don't know what college I'm going to yet, but I'm hoping to.
So is college bowling something that's prevalent? I mean, have you guys looked into it?
It's mainly at like private schools. It's like growing, so it's still small, but it's growing. There's like 3 levels of bowling. There's like the NCAA one, or whatever that one is. Then there's like a middle one, and then there's like a B.
USBC.
Yeah, USBC.
So there's a lot of opportunity after high school to continue on. What about rec leagues? Any rec leagues you're going to join this summer?
I do leagues at Inman's, so I'm hoping to do like another one before I leave for college. So
Okay, so obviously there's the team component that you guys have been explaining, with the bowl team. Do you consider bowling to be more of an individual sport or a team sport?
both.
It's both, but I think that we all feel more comfortable when we're with a team, because at sectionals we had to split up for like our singles like part of sectionals, so like you could either go on with your team or you could just go on by yourself, and we all felt uncomfortable like not being with our team and not being able to cheer for each other.
Because we were all like 2 lanes apart, so we were like nowhere close to each other.
So that cheering that you're talking about, it helps improve your games a lot, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So when you guys are competing as a team, do you each bowl your own game or do you take turns bowling frames?
So it depends. There's this thing called Baker games where each bowler gets 2 frames in a game, and then you combine like scores and stuff like that. But then there's just like regular games where you bowl by yourself.
That sounds interesting when you think everyone gets 2 frames. I mean, there's some strategy to that. Do your frames have to be back to back, or do you get to pick whatever 2 frames you want?
So usually there's an order, and then you just follow it throughout the whole game.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you repeat the order and go again. Yeah, there's some real strategy I could see going into that. So, who's the coach for the bowling team?
Our coach is Tom. We have like 2 Toms, but he kind of left in the middle of the season. But next year he's going to be there the whole season, so we're good. But I think he did a really nice job this season. We really liked him.
And when he was gone, we like Zoom called him to like help us before sectionals.
Okay. So someone who's made a positive impact on your life for sure. And someone that makes bowling fun.
Yes.
It makes you want to come back. Under the assumption that, coach is coming back too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, good. So what else do you think contributed to your team success this year? Obviously, your closeness was a big factor in that. You're cheering for each other. What else do you think was an important factor?
I probably would say Coach Tom. I think he helped us a lot, finding our lines and like getting us used to like the style of bowling we were doing.
And he also always made sure we were having fun and was joking around with us.
Yeah, he like brought us all together.
So that's good. It's a good mark of a coach for sure. Bringing everyone together to be one solid unit. Now I've seen bowling on TV and I've bowled a few times in my life. I cannot curve the ball for like anything. Like I have to be a straight line bowler. Can any of you use that curve to hit that pocket?
I think 4 of us we're curve bowlers, yeah. Okay. And then Ava, she does straight.
So what's the best advantage to saying that you're a curve bowler? What helps with that?
I feel like it's like the more pin action you get. So like the curve adds more like
explosion.
Yeah.
More explosion. Mm-hmm. So Ava, are there any plans to work on your curve game, or are you just comfortable with being a straight bowler?
Actually, I have been working on it and figuring out some different ways to do it, and I have definitely been improving.
Well, that's great because, if you can give me some pointers, I'd really appreciate it because one of these days I would like to beat Mrs. Cochran in a game of bowling, and it hasn't happened yet. So any opportunity to coach me up, I would appreciate it. So give me some pointers. So is there anything else that you guys would like to talk about while we're here? About the team? Anything you want to mention that we kind of missed? How did the season go?
I think definitely as like us 3 freshmen, we haven't bowled before like in any leagues or anything, and I think we did and we improved like a ton.
So did you win a few matches this year?
We did. We definitely did. We weren't in last place at the end of the season, so we take pride in that, definitely.
and how'd you do at sectionals?
We were 4th in sectionals.
Oh, 4th.
And how many teams move on?
3 move on.
Okay, so you're one spot out of making it to that next level of the competition. Yeah. Again, you got a fairly young team. Most of you are coming back next year, so is the goal going to be, hey, we've got to get to regionals?
Yes.
Okay. And it's going to take some work this summer to get you there, right? So some practice. So do you guys have any plans to practice together throughout the summer?
We'll probably make some plans. Definitely to keep when she's here too, when Janine's here, so then she can be in the team spirit. So
she can offer that senior leadership that she gave you throughout the year. So that's great. So all right, well that's going to wrap up this edition of CHS Weekly Report. I've been Assistant Principal Alan Cochran, and I've been talking to the CHS girls bowling team. Thanks for coming in today. It was great learning more about the team, and I wish you all the best of luck next year.
Thank
you.